want to begin this morning with representatives from Lima Municipal Court and other law enforcement agencies that are here in support of this announcement today. We have both judges of municipal court, Judge Workman and Judge Hirsch, so if you both would come up. And I think the sheriff, chief, are you also prepared to make remarks? They are. The judge says you are.
Well, if you I have no gavel. This isn't my court.
So, and as just a bit of background from my perspective, 2 years ago I was invited along with a number of other representatives to a seminar that the Supreme Court, actually I think it was called a summit, that the Ohio Supreme Court called for discussion of the heroin epidemic taking place in Ohio. And it was very eye-opening. It was, I think, a real call to action. And there was a particular recommendation made by the Supreme Court that I believe this morning's announcement will, in fact, fulfill. So, Judge, all yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor, for letting us announce our new drug court initiative at the press conference today. We're basically here to inform the community, Judge Workman and I, of our new collaborative effort that starts at Lima Municipal Court tomorrow. What we're doing is we're doing the first drug court in Lima Municipal Court. We have persons identified, and we're actually going to have a docket. What we're seeing locally is not unlike other communities. People have turned to prescription medications, narcotics, and heroin to combat pain and mental illness. These addictions destroy lives and families, and it's not limited to any specific age or socioeconomic group. What we've been seeing recently are very young people in court for theft offenses, and they are actually committing those offenses in order to get drugs. So we have 18, 19, 20-year-olds who've never had any other criminal convictions or law enforcement involvement coming to our court with some serious addiction issues. That led us to believe that we really needed to start something new in our community, and that's what we're going to do. It is our hope that this intensive oversight and accountability will encourage the recovery process of our offenders. Qualified offenders will be voluntarily participating and will likely spend significantly less time in jail and more time in treatment. We're going to start out small and hopefully grow our efforts to reach more offenders that need this additional assistance. I'd like Tony Geiger to come up as well because he's been part of this, and Jim Link. They're part of our team. I'd like to thank team members that are part of this, the efforts of Mike Shanehofer and the Mental Health and Recovery Board, Chief Martin, Sheriff Chris, the staff at Coleman Professional Services, Tony Geiger and his staff of prosecutors, and our clerk of courts, Sandy and Ed Mumford, Lisa Dieters and Jeremy Pfeiffer, all for spearheading this effort and making it possible for this program to commence in a timely fashion. If you have any questions, I'll be here to answer those. Does anyone else have any remarks?
I think you've covered it, John. Chief.
I would just like to say on behalf of law enforcement, specifically the Lima Police Department, we are very, very supportive of these efforts. Drugs are a problem, and substance abuse is a problem in our community that destroys a lot of lives. And the drug court that has been in operation now for some years out at Common Pleas Court has certainly proven its successfulness. But by reaching out to people that are in need of treatment before they ever graduate to that felony level of crime, I think will just benefit the entire community. And it really is about problem solving as opposed to simply trying to punish people. Because again, what we want is for people to be able to return to productive lives. And I think that this is a big step in helping that to happen. So I greatly applaud both of the judges for their willingness to take on the extra work that it's going to bring to their dockets. So thank you.
Sure.
Well, excuse me, I'd just like to throw out a few little comments here. But, you know, when you look at, we average probably in the 200 plus that are incarcerated in our jail. And if you look at that, and I know there's some media in here, but I don't have these numbers exact, but I would say anywhere from 80 to 90% of all the people that are incarcerated are in there on a drug-related offense. So we certainly got to reach out to people in our community to try to better the people that have these the drug and alcohol problems. So these type of programs are certainly going to help. So anytime we can reach out and try to help these people, I mean, that's what we need to keep those numbers down. Again, that's a high percentage. I've always said this. I mean, there's the crimes that are committed in our community are drug-related. So we definitely need to work on that. We have a job to do in law enforcement, but again, if we all work together, we can. I certainly believe that we can at least slow down the drug problem that we have in our community. We're never going to stop it, but we certainly, with these programs and reach out to people. So we're all about trying to help everyone. Thank you.
Mayor. On behalf of the City Prosecutor's Office, we want to thank Judge Hirsch and Judge Workman for instituting this program. As prosecutors, of course, along with law enforcement, we see the effects of drug-related offenses on a daily basis. And as the sheriff mentioned, you just cannot throw them all in jail. The beauty of these types of programs is that they do provide for accountability for the crime that's been committed, but it also combines a little bit of in a sense, compassion to try to help these people solve the problems that they find themselves in. And hopefully then we will not see them back. I think that's the goal. So again, Judge Hirsch, Judge Workman, we thank you.
Very good. Anybody else? Thanks. We have, I think, all experienced and seen what's been happening, particularly with those that have been abusing prescription drugs. These are generally folks that got hooked on drugs that were subsidized by health care plans. And then after their health care suspends the payment of those, they switch to other drugs, and they also switch to the kinds of patterns of behavior to fund that, which is generally theft and burglaries. So I think this is a really important systemic solution. It really is about not just holding people accountable, but also with both carrot and stick approach, getting them into treatment and ultimately behavioral modification. So I too add an applause to the fact that the court, Lima Municipal Court, is doing this. I think it's really important for our community. And of course, Lima Municipal Court, for those that aren't aware, serves the entire county. It's not just a city court. It's the misdemeanor court for the entire county, and this really has a reach throughout all of Allen County, and we appreciate the effort. Also this morning, David Adams is here with an announcement of the next Public Officials Dialogue. Thank you.
A week from today at noon at the Chamber of Commerce in Suite 100, the Public Officials Dialogue Project will be holding its 119th thus far altercation-free session. Our keynote speaker will be Darren Schimmeler, who is the District 1 Construction Administrator from the Ohio Department of Transportation. He will be offering a few dialogue prompts and information about the I-75 project, where we are and where we are going, and how long it will take before we can drive up to Toledo without those damn barriers on both sides of. Don't. I didn't say that.
Once it's said,
That's it. Yeah, it's out there now. So all public officials appointed, elected, and self-appointed are invited. That will be at noon, pardon me, Wednesday, July 22nd, it's a week from today, at the Chamber of Commerce, Suite 100. We begin at noon, and we are adjourned promptly at 12:55 for those who have actual day jobs and have to get back to work. Thank you very much.
I want to introduce Linda Hamilton. Come up, Linda. Linda is the new chief executive for the West Ohio Food Bank. The Food Bank has been without a director for a couple of months, and Linda has recently been announced as their new executive with responsibilities for operating in a multi-county area.
That's correct, yes. And on behalf of the food bank, I know that many of you, we have some volunteers that are there as a part of community service, which without their help and assistance, as well as other volunteers in the community, we would not be able to function. And really looking forward, as a new executive, getting involved in the Lima area. I'm new to the area, and looking forward to working with you as to how we can continue to address the food insecurities that we have within Lima, as well as the other 10 counties that we work with. So thank you.
Good, great to have you here.
Nice to meet you.
And Officer Matt Douglas is here with information on an upcoming Safety City event. Officer Douglas is involved at Safety City on behalf of the Lima Police Department. Matt?
Thank you, Mayor. This coming Saturday, we have our fundraiser. This is our second Safety City 5K that we've done. We started it last fall, and we're right now in the process of trying to finish our Survive Alive house, which is the fire safety house they've been working on for the last 2 years. We had some issues with the last big storm we had this past month. We had about 5 feet of water in the basement. Cost about $3,000 to have water pumped out of there, on top of us trying to finish the house. So the Optimist Club is trying to secure funds and just have a fundraiser in hopes of completing the fire safety house that they've been working on for the last 2 years now. So that's going to be a state-of-the-art fire safety house that has like a smoke machine and stuff like that, that's going to replace the trailer that the American Township Fire Department's allowed us to use for our training for the last 2 years. So the 5K is this coming Saturday. Registration starts at 9 o'clock. The actual run or walk is actually starts at 10 o'clock. We do have T-shirts. The race route is actually published on the police department's website, also the Safety City's Facebook page. It also is going to go through Froat Park and down the Riverwalk and end inside of Safety City. So anybody that would like to come. There's also the construction of the bridge, too, that is going to be a little bit of a hassle. The Collett Street Bridge is closed, so a lot of the people are going to have to park inside of Safety City, and we're going to have to walk across the footbridge and walk over to the starting point, which is actually at the corner of North Shore and Collett. So I believe that's all I have. All right, thank you.
Sounds like in addition to fire safety, and you're going to have to add managing floods to the kind of safety activities. Bart Mills, you're here representing, I think, Happy Days and their upcoming event for Family Day.
Yes. As you probably know, we did an annual Father's Day event. Happy Days, the Council for the Arts and Union Bank got together for the last 3 years. This year we got rained out like so many other events did. And so John Hafey desperately wanted to make sure that we got a chance to do this again. So this Sunday, come hell or high water, since Dr. Adams already started with swearing, I figured I'd just continue it. We are going to be at Froat Park from 4 to 8 o'clock. We are going to have free food. It's going to be hamburgers, hot dogs, and water provided by Happy Days. We're going to have inflatable rides for the kids from the Kangaroo Court, provided by Kangaroo Court. No, it's Kangaroo Cave Kid Zone, yes. I saw Tammy there earlier, and I was thinking about that. And then we're also going to have live entertainment. We've got Static in the Groove. We've got Parker McDonald. We've got the Beer Barrel Boys. So a little something for everybody. As I said, it's going to be from 4 o'clock until 8 o'clock at Froat Park. Everything is free. And this is also part of course, our 49th year for the Concerts in the Park through the Council for the Arts. And we've had 2 of them so far this year that weren't rained out. It's been beautiful out there, and while I'm at it, I just want to thank our friends at the Rotary Club. They completely redid the Rotary Pavilion, and if you haven't seen it, a paint job, some new lights, and a little bit of love. it looks great. So hopefully it'll dry up. We'll get some folks out there to appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you, Bert. Lastly, this morning I just want to highlight the fact that there has been a date and time and place set for a forum that Bowling Green University has announced for a local discussion about the future of the PBS station, WBGU. And that is set for Monday, August the 3rd at 7 p.m. at Keys, the Keys building at Road State College. We want to encourage people that appreciate PBS, its national offerings as well as its locally produced programs, to attend, to talk about why the offerings through the public broadcasting channel are appreciated in our region and why they should not disappear. So again, I think there'll be plenty of opportunity that evening for folks to step up, provide some kind of comment and testimony about the importance of that programming, and we want to encourage people to both know about it and participate. So with that, I think that's all that we have for this morning, so we'll break down for interviews. Thank you.